Students, welcome to the second part of Qbasic statements, a chapter from your class 7th book. In this chapter, we are going to learn about select case statement and various types of looping statements. Now, let's have a look at that. Select case statements. Select case statements work like if statements only. The difference is that in the select case, the statement can make the code simpler to read and they work faster than the if statements. And if then else statements we have already learned in the first part of the Qbasic statements. Text is as follows. Select case text expression. After that we have to put the value case value 1, which is going to be followed by the statement. Second, case value 2 means for the second case we have to put a value. After that the statement will be followed after the case value 2. Case else. In case none of the values are legible, then the statement will be followed to the case else part. And one more thing. Just like in the case of if then else statement, before the end statement we are writing ends. Here we are going to write down end select. Just like in the case of if then else, we used to write down end if, and here we have to write down end select. Let's look at an example of the select case statement. See, after CLS, we have written input, enter the number of the day of the week from 1 to 7. We have taken a variable D. Now our statement will be select case D. In the case 1, it is being printed as Monday, case 2 Tuesday, case 3 Wednesday, case 4 Thursday, case 5 Friday, case 6 Saturday, case 7 and Sunday. Now, the logic of the program is that if we are going to press any number from number 1 to 7, these respective days of the week will be printed. Now, apart from that, if we are printing or typing any number apart from number 1 to 7, say 9, say 10 or any other number, then the statement will be passed to the case else part, that is print wrong day. Let's look at the answer or the execution of the program. Here the question will be coming like this. Enter the number of the day of the week from 1 to 7. After that, as we have taken input statement, so there will be a question mark. I have typed here number 3. So it has come obviously to be Wednesday. Hello children. Now let us come to the looping statement parts of the Qbasic statements. Now, what is looping? When a set of instructions are repeatedly executed a fixed number of times, it is termed as a loop. When Qbasic is used to execute a part of a program more than once, it is termed as looping. Looping is comparatively very easier and interesting also. Now, let's take at the various types of the loops and the programs. Loop is of 3 types: for next with step value, while when and do while. For next with step value we are going to learn just now. Is for next. This command allows to execute a part of a program a certain number of times. To understand it much better, let's have an example. CLS for I equals to 1 to 5. Print I, next I and n. For, this is the for statement where the condition is being laid. A loop will be repeated how many times in this program? It will be repeated 5 times, as it has been mentioned 1 to 5. As there is a opening for for, so before the end we have to write next or next I. Both are correct. For I, print I. I's first value 1 will be printed. After that, next I's second value will be taken and 2 will be printed. Simultaneously 3, 4, 5, and after the printing of fifth number, the loop will automatically terminate or will be discontinued. In the for next statement, a block of instructions is executed a number of times. The value of the variable counter is incremented by default until it equals to the value of end. Now, in the for next statement, unless and until we are not using the step value, the default increment is always equal to 1. Our first program in for next loop is to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Now, here is the program. CLS for I equals to 1 to 10, print I, next I and n. For we are going to give the condition. I is the variable which we generally take, or you can say it is a default variable for the for next statement. The loop will be running 1 to 10 times. Print I means I will be the first, it will be printing the first value of I, that is 1. Next I, after printing the first value of I, it will come to the next I part, and next I stands for the I's second value, that is 2 will be printed. Simultaneously 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Means for I, here we are laying down the condition, that is the loop will be running from 1 to 10. After printing the 10th number, the loop will be terminated automatically. Now, here the numbers are printed 5 in a row. Means after print I have given a comma. Just because a comma has been given, it means a Qbasic zone is being divided into 5. So, only 5 numbers can be adjusted in the first row and another 5 will be adjusted in the second row. Is write a program to print any name 5 times. Now, let's take another example. CLS, enter your name in dollar. For I equal to 1 to 5, print in dollar next and n. Now, whenever you have to enter any type of alphabet, word or a sentence, we have to take an alphanumeric variable. An alphanumeric variable is a variable followed by a dollar symbol. Input, as we have entered input statement, so first the sentence after input, enter your name and followed by a question mark will come. We have entered Rohan. So how many times Rohan will be printed? Our loop is from 1 to 5. So 5 times Rohan's name will be printed. Let's you can see in the output screen. Now let's come to the for next with step value. What is step value? The step clause allows to increment or decrement the counter variable by any number. The number may be decrement or increment by 1 or increment by 2, 3. We cannot use the step value increment to be 1 because already whenever we are writing for I equals to 1 to 10 or 1 to 5, then automatically there is an increment of 1. Have a program to print the odd numbers from 1 to 20. CLS for I equals to 1 to 20, step 2. Print I, next I and end. As we all know, we have to print the odd numbers in between 1 to 20. The first one will be an odd. If we are going to add 2 to it, so 1 plus 2 will be 3. Similarly, 3 plus 2 will be 5. 5 plus 2 will be 7 and it will go on till 19. Now, as we have added step value 2, so if we haven't added step value 2, then the answer would be only 1, 2, 3, 4 till the number 20. Now the output will be in a vertical form because we have, after the print I statement, we haven't added comma as well as a semicolon. Let's have a look at another question. Write a program to print the numbers from 1 to 10 but in a reverse order. The program will be like this. CLS for I equals to 10 to 1, step minus 1, print I, next I and n. We have to print the numbers in a reverse order from 1 to 10. So obviously the first number has to be 10. Now it has to be in a decreasing order, so we have to decrement. Means we have to subtract 1 from 10. 10 minus 1 equals to 9. 9 minus 1 will be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Again, we have not added, after the print I, we have not added comma as well as semicolon. So the numbers in a decreasing order will be printed 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in a vertical manner. Now, let's come to the while-when looping statement. This statement repeatedly carries out a process as long as the condition is true. It is almost very much similar to your for next statement. Just have a look at the examples. Next is as follows. While condition will be given, after that the condition, the statement 1 as well as the statement 2, and after that just before the end statement we have to write when. Now our first program in while when is to print the numbers from 1 to 10. Have a look at the program. CLS I equals to 1, while I less than equals to 10, print I equals to I plus 1 and when. See here, we have taken one variable I where we have put the value of I to be 1. The loop will continue till the time the value of I should be less than 10 or equal to 10. First is print I, means the first value of I will be printed, that is 1. After that there will be an increment of 1. I equals to I plus 1, that is 1 plus 1 will be 2. Again the value of I will be equal to 2, and again if you see I is again less than 10. Now this loop will continue till the time the value of I reaches 10. Once it reaches 10, after printing the value of I equals to 10, again there will be an increment of 1, that is 10 plus 1 is 11. But since the loop is still only less than or equal to 10, the loop will not continue further. And the numbers will be printed in a vertical order as it has been shown in the output screen. Now our next program is to print the odd numbers from 1 to 10 using the while when loop. Let's look at the program. Here we have taken the variable to be C equals to 1. While condition will check the value and the value should be less than or equals to 10. First number will be printed, that is 1. As we know, 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, they all come under the odd numbers. So here instead of adding 1 to C, we are going to add 2. So 1 plus 2 will be equal to 3. Similarly, 3, after that 5, 7 and 9, the numbers will be printed in this order. Once 9 till 9 the numbers have been printed, after that again 9 plus 2 will be 11, but here it does not satisfy the condition. So only the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 will be printed vertically. Next looping statement is do while. This statement repeats the block of statements till a condition is true. When the condition becomes false, the loop stops. Statements in the blocks are executed at least once, even if the condition is false. and statements mentioned after do are executed first and then the while checks for the condition. Its syntax is as follows. Do while the condition will be laid, after that a block of statements will be there, and just before the end statement we are going to write down loop. Is write a program to print the numbers from 1 to 10 in a reverse order. Now look at the program. CLS C equals to 10. Do while C should be greater than or equal to 1. Print C equals to C minus 1 loop and end. The numbers will be printed in a reverse order 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Here the value we have assigned in the C is 10. Do while the condition is C greater than equal to 1. It means the value of C, which is 10, is greater than 1. It will be printing the value of C, which is 10. After that, C equals to C minus 1. So it will be 10 minus 1. 10 minus 1, which is equals to 9. The value of C equals to 10 will be replaced by 9. 9 is again greater than 1. So it will keep on coming and it will keep on deducting the numbers until the time the value of C will be equal to 1, it will print the number to be 1. The last number will be 1. After that, C equals to C minus 1. Our last number will be C equals to 1 minus 1, which is equals to 0. Now the loop will be terminated because here the condition is the value should be greater or equal to 1. So 0 is neither greater than nor equal to 1. Let's have the program. CLS C equal to 1, do while C less than equal to 10 and print we have given the statement I love my school. C equals to C plus 1. Loop should be coming just before the end statement and the output will be the statement I love my school will be printed 10 times. Now just have a look at this program, children. C is a counter variable as we have to start from the first, so we have taken the value of C to be 1. Till the time the value of C is less than 10 or equal to 10, it will keep on printing the statement I love my school. When the value of C will exceed 10, then automatically the loop will be terminated. Let's take a quick summary. Selection statements allow a set of commands to be executed only when certain conditions have been satisfied. In the if-then selection, if the given statement is satisfied, then the statement or the block of statements following the if are executed. The if then else selection statement is used when there are two or more sets of actions to be taken based on a condition. The selection case statement allows a statement to be selected from a list of alternatives. When a set of instructions are repeatedly executed a fixed number of times, it is termed as loop. For next, while when and do while are looping statements. You all have understood the variations in the looping statement, that is for next with step value, do while and while when. Thank you, students.